Are you there, Luxid?
Sure.
All right. We'll do this. We'll do this game first. It's Costco versus Paula. I don't think this was. I think this was like top 64, but this was not covered. So we'll do this game.
Didn't Kaz stream himself?
Yeah, but I think since it was in Korean.
Yeah, it was only in Korean.
So yeah, we'll just cover this game real quick. Yeah, Kaz has like a kind of like S3-ish box with like S4
Right.
units.
Somewhat outdated, but still meta mainstream box.
Well, I don't
So-
know. I don't. I think it's lacking a little bit.
It's
Especially-
definitely lacking the range.
Yeah, especially
For sure.
Especially because of this unit right here, right?
Yeah, I mean that's that's his new favorite unit.
Yeah, and then well, this is Mercenary Omega from last week. Same thing as
Right.
Paula here. Yeah, Paula does use some interesting box with mythical origins and yeah, it's a bit of everything, really, right?
A bit of everything, and it's pretty unique because if you look at it, for single target there's Sherry, for AoE there's like Giz,
Well,
but it's not just like in one faction, it's like multiple factions combined together, and there's TSdL for that, so it's really
Yeah.
unique box.
yeah, so he doesn't have land use, it's just Estelle and Juggler, right? So yeah, I mean you
Which
could
I think is very interesting because if you usually use Juggler plus TSdL, it's supposed to be AoE heavy box, right?
yeah.
But if you look at his box, it's not AoE heavy box,
Yeah, it's
but it
actually
somehow
more-
combines all the
Yeah, there's two assassins here. 3 assassins including Omega, and then there's like single target buster like Brenda.
Yep.
There's Yusuke for single target damage, and Aka's okay in AoE rush box, but yeah, it's like a little bit of mix of everything. Also, the healer choices he has is 3 healers with Sophia and Tiaris. So no Liana, which could be good. Also in rush boxes, it's pretty common to have Luna for more
Right,
movement.
but there is no Luna in that box.
So Ares first ban, Juggler ban, so it's gonna be Estelle and Landius. Yeah, I actually watched this game, I think, on Kaz's stream.
Yeah, I think you and I were both watching it
Yeah,
when he was
and,
live streaming.
I remember his Theahar just failed to kill like 2 games in a row or something.
Oh, no spoilers.
Okay. Okay.
See, but when you're actually facing these kind of roster, it really makes you stop and think twice about it before making bets and picks, because it's not usual.
Yeah, it's very
roster,
unconventional.
so you're not used to it basically.
Yeah, so like fighting these boxes can throw you off. Maybe like the first game, and then you can kind of see what's going on and make better choices the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah, these kind of boxes I don't like facing either. But some boxes, even if it's like weird, or I would say weird because it's just not it's unorthodox, right? It's just unconventional.
Right, not something you used to see
Yeah.
in everyday Apex.
Some boxes like that are easy to ban, whereas some of them are really hard. But this one I think is fairly easy, in my opinion, because it just doesn't have a lot of combos that you would normally get scared of. I think it's just lacking a little bit.
Right, because right now if you look at the picks, he's got the attack blessing, which is better for single target, but it's a mix of single target plus AoE box because he's got Lambda. So as long as Puella Hala cannot one-shot Kaz's tanks,
Mm-hmm.
or Diehard makes a really smart exchange somehow, the game's not gonna go in favor for Puelahala.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just like clash in the middle, obviously Yulia's just gonna
Yulia's
come. Yeah,
gotta
it's gonna come out ahead, right?
exactly.
And then Zerida can just snipe either of these two units, sometimes Yusuke. So let's just say he's gonna snipe one of these two units for one, and then maybe Dihar's better trade, or Lambda's a better trade here because he doesn't have many
Right, just
targets
get
to kill.
exactly. Just gets rid of the AoE
Mm-hmm.
option for Puelahala and then tank push with Yulia.
Yeah. So, because like this is gonna help with his tank push. So you want to get rid of Lambda or Yusuke. This is just 1-for-1 anyway. Yeah, and then just stall, right? So as long as Zerda is successful here, and then he just pushes, Kaz has like the advantage here. Because Yusuke is
Surprisingly enough, though, go ahead.
Yeah, because the Yusuke is gonna have trouble going against this land use, getting through this land use, right? So,
Right.
what are you saying?
I was gonna say, interestingly enough, I think Kaz's Zerida brought Bloodthirster.
Oh, okay. I don't.
So it
Yeah. I don't think it's necessary, right?
right, I don't think it's necessary either. I think he was more worried about killing the Yusuke. Because I think he still thinks Bloodthirster build is better for killing Yusuke.
Yeah, which it isn't though, right?
It sometimes is, because I actually saw a testing post from Korean community.
Really?
And if Zerida's attacks high enough, Bloodthirster can reliably kill Yusuke. So
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
You need Judge Talisman for sure. If it's like super tanky Yusuke especially. This is not though. This is
Right.
probably Breeze and fairly low HP, and defense could be higher, right? So
Right, that Yusuke is not offensive. Yusuke.
yeah. So he did bring 2 attack skills here, and just gonna rely on the 3C from Estelle. Okay, so there's attack blessing. So this normally would guarantee a kill on any of these units, really, right?
Maybe not Zerida. If Zerida keeps the hide and seek.
Okay, so there's this one first AoE. He does have 3, so he's just it's a waste, right? It doesn't do anything. Because I mean, there's 2 healers, right?
Right.
But I mean, he does have 3, so I guess you can just poke.
Right, and Lambda's unique equipment is basically a weaker version of Clock.
Yeah. But the more targets
So-
you use it on, more chance, right? So
Right. So this one's
is
gonna be
good.
30%.
Does he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't clock though. So that's kind of a waste, right? Because it ends up not doing anything, and also you lost your strongest AoE.
Right.
And I think that's 5-second cooldown as well.
Oh, okay. So that's the biggest problem with Diehard, because his talent is crit damage increase, right? So he's one of those characters, if he doesn't crit, the damage is gonna be pretty bad, and this time it didn't crit.
Is it
So
crit
it
damage
didn't-
increase? I think it's just crit increase.
I'm pretty sure it's crit damage
Crit
increase.
chance increased by 30. That's it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought it was crit damage
No.
increase.
It's
Okay.
not even crit damage. It's just crit
Okay.
crit increase by 30%.
Yikes. And it didn't even crit, which is worse.
Yeah, and if you look at these soldiers right here, I don't think it's maxed. I think the soldiers are maxed, but I don't think the attack is maxed because that's really low, right? 843. That's
That
like-
I'm not sure, because I don't really look at Demon Hunter's attack.
yeah,
But
'cause
they
I'm-
are usually on the lower end, if I remember correctly. But it might not be max, like you said.
Yeah, so these soldiers are really weak, right? Obviously, if you get the defense down proc, it's gonna help you a lot, which he didn't. Probably would have killed her too, right? 500 HP
Yeah.
left.
Or if it just crit,
Crit.
it would have been a
Yeah,
kill too.
so
So
all the orange is not on his side because he didn't even clock on Lambda and he failed to kill here.
yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate match for Puelala.
Yeah, and it's 75% too, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, so basically trading 140 is never good. The Yulia just kills. Yeah, I think Paula got really unlucky here though. It might have went. I mean, he only one healer. Doesn't really do much though because he has two. But at least you'll kill. It's 1-for-1 trade at least, right?
Right.
Let's see if he clocks here. He did. So this is not bad because AoE's good against Yulia, right? And then also,
yep, always.
Also, I don't think he has AoE heals. He does one mass heal, and that's it though. 3C is not that good against AoE. And this actually kills. Did he have shield?
Yeah, I don't think.
It looks like he did though.
Yeah, he did.
From Iris, yeah. So if there was
the
no
Royal Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if there was no Iris from that Heart, it would be a lot easier to deal with this, I think.
Yes, for sure.
But she's in range to kill anybody right now.
Exactly. She can make any sort of a trade. The only way I see Kaz losing this is if he hits Yusuke and then dies without killing Yusuke.
Yeah, that could happen.
So
Yeah,
that could happen if you're using Bloodthirster, so...
Yeah, it could. I wouldn't even attack Yusuke. Too angry Yusuke, to be honest. It's too risky, I think. Okay, so he does it with Yulia. Should kill. Easily.
It even crit. Easy kill. So that pretty much secures the win for Kaz in this situation.
Yeah. Because there's really nothing you can do. He did clock. But there's two healers against AoE, right? So this 3C is unnecessary, right? Because she's gonna heal when she attacks. She's a healer. He's not gonna attack anyone. I would just mass heal here. Even with her. Because he does go last, right? I mean, Pualahala goes first next turn. And he did clock on both units, so Yulia's gonna die from any AoE.
Yeah, that's right. So, but now Iris can heal Yulia. I don't think it really matters which way Kaz chooses to heal or, move. It's still gonna be able to heal everyone that he wants to.
Yeah, but he didn't. He teleported Landius to protect. Yeah, to protect Zerda. But Zerda's safe here, right? She cannot kill Zerda, so you just have to protect Yulia, right? Okay. Well, he heals by attacking, so.
So at this point in the end, it really doesn't matter what Kaz does, because even if Yulia dies,
unless this kills 3 units, though, right?
I mean,
well, the Iris lived though.
Right, if that happened.
Yeah, if Iris dies, I think it's pretty close here, right?
Yeah, it could be very close.
Because I think she's gonna have trouble killing this Estelle, and Landius cannot kill Estelle, right? Because it's Cav versus Lancer.
But then again, Estelle doesn't have Phoenix Wave, so she doesn't have any meaning of healing. And both Landius and Zerida also has the 3C from Willard left.
I
So
mean,
if it becomes a 2 versus 2 with Landius Zerida versus TSdL and
Tiaris.
Tiaris, I think Landius and Zerida is gonna win because the following turn Zerida can kill Tiaris 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and then Estel's not even using the spear soldier, so
Yeah, and then it's way too soon. It's turn 4.
right, she's
Um,
very killable by Zerida without any healing potential.
Yeah, so by the time, I don't think you can delay until turn 12. Hey, Winkaribo. Yeah, so any kind of tank push where 2 tanks meet in the middle, Yulia is the queen in that department. So Yulia is still good when it comes to that, even though she died.
Right.
So you don't want to do that. You usually want to keep distance against Julia and then just I mean zone them out, kill with long legs. Yeah, so it's just going to
That's
be
pretty much game 1.
Ooh.
Oh, battle threat.
Unless this kills though, which it doesn't.
No, even if it kills Zerida can single-handedly take care of Estelle, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. No spells right now, right? Okay.
Yep. Maybe Sky Steph this turn, but
she didn't bring Phoenix, right? Yeah.
Right. She brought
didn't
Sky
bring
Steph.
Phoenix. Is that worth bringing over? Wait. If you bring this, you can only bring Phoenix and then this?
Either Still Titan passive, or you can also bring the one cost, another one.
Oh, the
whirlwind.
spin.
Yeah, the whirlwind
spin
stuff.
thing. Okay. I think that's a little better because Phoenix, I think, is pretty crucial for Estelle.
I think so too, but maybe he was more worried about zoning out Yulia.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Phoenix Wave, you actually have to get close to use it to hit anyone, because it's only 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Valhalla was thinking,
so
wait.
Okay, I kind of remember. So the Zerida got blocked, I think.
Okay.
Because there was water. Because there was water above, and he could not get 3 movement.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there were other places Zerida could have attacked without getting blocked out like that, but
yeah, that
interesting.
That was definitely all Cascal's throws, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's obviously 100%.
It was like unlosable game almost. And he could have played it a lot safely there too without teleporting Landius.
Exactly. He probably thought he won, and then just played whatever. Happens to every one of us.
Mm-hmm. So Omega pick. This is Mercenary, I think.
As long as I remember, that Mercenary Omega was pretty decent. Although it was using like a Meteor Enchant and Judge Talisman.
Yeah, it wasn't that
attack
bad.
enchant was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was like
even the runes were pretty high.
It was like 460 something attack, and that's pretty high for Meteor.
Yep.
With the red enchant, it's gonna be like 480 something, I think. So that's very good for Assassin. So he does pick up Omega here as well. Interesting.
So it's tank versus no tank, basically.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean, tank versus no tank?
I mean, Estelle's a tank, but it can only block physical damage too, right?
Yeah.
And there's Bozil, and Omega is basically an assassin, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think she should be able to tank Yusuke though. Maybe not heavy infantry. At the same time, heavy infantry is gonna attack Zealots because his skill animation is really slow with the 3C. So 3C is gonna attack Estelle. As long as heavy infantry can kill zealots, should be able to kill. We'll see. Especially because she doesn't use last rites or anything. So for Bozo on this map, I like bringing sorcerers. It gives you way better map control because it's flying map. So he goes in here, but yeah, I really don't think this TSdL can kill anything, especially against Landius. Maybe this Omega, but I don't think that's worth it. TSdL should be aiming for this Bozo, but it's gonna be super hard to kill.
Oh, right. Sorry, I had to do something real quick, so I kind of sidetracked.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so I mean, if you pick an assassin, basically the main goal here is to kill this Bozo.
Ooh, but I don't think Diehard can
Yeah,
kill Bozo with
that's
Crystal Warlock.
That's the problem, right? So Omega probably can. Should be able to. It has knowing strike as well, but not in reach, right? 1, 2, no.
Wait, what was the skill on Bozo?
Probably faction buff and 2 AoEs maybe.
No, not the skill, but the actual skill stat.
Skill 186. So it's not gonna get. Maybe it's gonna get 3 times with the knowing strike.
With the knowing strike, it might. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that if he doesn't use the knowing strike, then cannot triple, it might not kill, especially without the double passive.
So the thing about Paula Hollow though, because Giz cannot carry. Giz can just throw down AoEs time to time, which in this case he has 2. And these units are usually I mean, Omega can kill and then back, but if these 2 units are traded for, let's say, 2 of these units, any of them, it's really hard for Paula Hollow to actually win, especially against Landius, and he has a healer.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Oh, there he goes.
So he's gonna go for Omega here, which should be a kill, and almost dies. And unfortunately, that goes to Landius this time.
That is very unfortunate.
Okay. Detect. Gospel though. Should not. Oh, almost. But at the same time, there's no shield or anything, so she's dead.
Right. The smart thing about this play is Omega cannot go in to kill Bozo.
Yeah, yeah.
Now.
And then there's no way to kill these 2 units right now.
Right.
Should kill. Or it doesn't even kill. And this one, you know what? It's because of the soldiers against the holy.
Well, no, because Omega's
Omega
gonna
attacks
hit
the soldiers.
Shrine Maiden first.
That's very strange. Oh,
So
I know
if
why.
he brought what?
Because the Omega's talent only procs against 100% HP.
Right.
Or no, above 70%. So I'm not sure. Does it even have the Shrine Maiden passive right now? Is it not at 70%? It is. It is. It's like 90%. I think that should have killed though, right?
The only probable cause that I can think of is maybe Hellfire Archer. Some of Hellfire Archer's attack and Omega's attack both went into Shrine Maiden.
Yeah.
And then there was some sort of a weird motion deal loss.
Yeah, because I think if it was bandits, it's definitely a kill.
Yeah, and it even crit too, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah. And this is pretty much GG at this point, right?
Right,
And clock as well.
and clock.
Yeah.
So both games, the RNG was pretty much against Puelahala.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about the RNG, but RNG was pretty bad on Puelahala, and Kaz actually got pretty good RNG on top of smart plays. So
Yeah, good positioning there to kind of protect his Bozo. I mean, Bozo's really all he needs to win that. And yeah, protect Bozo from 2 assassins and it should be good. Harry's first ban.
that happens time to time nowadays.
Yeah, especially someone like Psycho, right?
Yeah, I mean he's ours can one shot almost any and every dogs in global server right now.
Yeah, we could have checked the replay on the Omega, but to be honest, yeah, I mean, Omega sucks. So, I don't think I'm gonna go back to check the replay because I think someone asked and we should have checked. But I think Demon Troop is the reason. I think if it was
Probably.
I think it was Assassin Troop. That would have been fine.
Or maybe the Demon Troop crit, but Omega didn't crit. That sometimes happens.
I do like the picks here better for Pualahala than his last 2 games. This is much more sustainable and has answer for a lot of things here. Because you have a 10 plus.
Are you just saying that because you see Rachel, your favorite character in the game?
No, but the last pick, kind of made it really bad.
Right, last pick was kind of a dicey pick. You had to make a favorable trade. Yeah, otherwise there was no way to win.
Because it's really hard to go through 2 tanks with this lineup. You needed to ban land use. Kind of let that through at the end. I mean, Rachel's good, but I'm not saying that because he has 2 assassins, which they should be doing their job and killing these 2 units. And then whatever this was, it doesn't really matter. He had 1 healer, 1 tank first, and then I don't remember what the last pick was. But if you trade these 2, and then you still have Rachel, 1 tank, and this girl, Brenda, I think it would have been fine. Especially there's no magic guard. You could have sniped the last unit with Rachel, and it's just gonna be Juggler, Liana versus Estelle, Rachel, and Brenda, right? So
right.
I think should not have let the land use through. It just makes things complicated now. It's gonna be a lot hard to penetrate through.
And also, just because there's land use, Juggler can freely jump in to just block the enemies.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the enemies, except for Diehard, the Sherry's using Goblin Troop. So if she gets the water debuff, she's not gonna be able to move at all. It's only 2 blocks that she can move. So
Siu's saying just because you have Brenda, it's okay to get Landius through, because Brenda's just gonna one-shot Landius, but to be honest...
I don't know about that, because I've seen a lot of Brenda fail one-shotting any tanks.
Okay, there's a lot of fails. Yeah, this does rag, and attack is decently high, right?
Maybe the Earth Elf Knight is not strong enough, because Earth Elf Knight attack only shows up to be 800-ish.
That is not even... Yeah, it's 806.
Yeah, that's very low. I don't know if that's good enough.
That is very low.
But I cannot give you like the good information because I never use those troops, so I don't know if that's normal, but if that's like a low training. I really can't tell.
I think it's low training on Paula Hollis' part, and I would have just killed Rachel, to be honest, though.
See, if you think about it, though, if Sherry failed to kill Eliana without faction buff or anything, and without Shrine Maiden's passive, do you really think it's gonna go through Rachel with Crystal Warlock?
Probably
With
not.
faction buff?
Well,
Probably not.
they
So
do have lower HP, right? So it might be easier to kill them off. Maidens have like kind of high HP, but Paula Hala does run kind of assassin, not assassin heavy because I think he only has 2, or does he have 3? Because I think he might have traded out like Zerda for Omega or something. But let's say he runs 3, and you kind of have to depend on your assassins to kind of do their job. And
right.
Training,
and we cannot.
Training ground, you want to max it for attack, right?
Otherwise, for assassin, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, they can't really kill anything. So.
And maybe could be just be the land uses aura doing the work because it's 15% less damage.
Yeah, that as well. Definitely, you want to get rid of land use if you're gonna run like a heavy assassin box. And this time, Deerheart's not even assassin. It's straight up just tank bust with unicorns and 1,000 hoops. But the problem is he won't be killing neither of the tanks, I believe. So this is a free kill, so the game goes to 4 versus 5, which is never good.
Well, we get to see if Brenda can one-shot Landius or not.
Did it at Gospel though?
Oh. Yeah, I Gospel.
And not even close, right?
Yeah, even without the Blood Shield, I don't think it's gonna kill.
Not even
with
close.
That much HP left, so...
I think most of the match, all 3 games, comes down to just character stats a little bit, right? Because if he succeeded in killing like these units with good units or good soldiers and everything, I think Paula Hala has a chance, but it might be because he's lacking in training, or maybe the units aren't good enough. I'm not sure, because maybe even these unicorns or the soldiers, dragoons.
Yep, because if we think about all 3 games, Puelahala was playing very offensive.
Yeah. And
he was always trying to initiate. And if those kills actually happened, then it might have been in favor for Puelahala. But for all 3 games, I think
he failed to kill all 3 games.
Kill something, yeah.
Yeah. So
and then Kaz just sat in place and didn't really
just had to react and
make any moves and then reacted. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Even this Dragoon looks really low to me. It shouldn't be this low, right? The attack. Yeah, it's not even maxed. It should be 30%. So, maxed, yeah, so it's like level maybe 7 or 6. And then, yeah, the attack looks really low because Cavs usually have high attack. Maybe it should be like 900. So it's level 8. This is level 8. And training's probably not max for attacks, so especially if you like assassins and tank busters, you kind of want to max out their damage for soldiers, because soldiers contribute a lot in killing off the other your opponent's tank soldiers. That you need to do that in order to tank bust. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. It's just like stat difference, right? I mean, even though it looks like Kazgao's like soldiers are not maxed as well, but attack is more important when you're trying to go offensive.
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't want to give out any secrets of Kaz because he's still in the tournament. But as far as I know, his trainings are not maxed out. It's more spread out evenly, so it's not low, but it's not maxed out.
Well, I mean, I was just clicking through and it's not maxed, so this is not maxed.
Yep.
Because I mean,
to spread it out.
Yeah, so this is not maxed. This is not maxed. Yeah. So it's just not maxed, but they're high though. So these numbers are fine. It doesn't make too much difference, as long as you have pretty good training, maybe like 60+%. And this is also a good jump from Kaz, just landing on Rachel, because then Rachel cannot range
Do
attack.
anything now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just AoE, which doesn't do anything. Yeah, so the game just goes to 2 versus 5, and there's just no chance, right? Yeah, normally Brenda would kill. I faced a few. Seems like she is able to one-shot a lot of land uses, but I think it was just training. Because cap training is pretty hard, right? You have to max attack, you have to max, I think...
yeah, there are a lot of
attacks.
passives you have to max out.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you have to max, so... Alright, so...
Oh, GG for both guys.
And then... Give me 1 sec.
Who are we reviewing next?
I'm checking. Oh, I guess my game and then that's Life's game.
Ooh.
So my game... Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is... I just woke up. And... I just woke up. So...
I mean, all I can say was there were a lot of questionable moves you made. I was like,
yeah, I mean every move was questionable there.
No, but there were 2 that stood out. 1 in each game.
Yeah.
And we'll
those are. It's just those kind of plays I never make. It's not even like you misplay, right? Those kind of mistakes are more like you never played this game before, kind of thing. So
we'll get to see all those big mistakes Straw made this morning.
Yeah. I mean,
it'll be fun.
And I played really fast too, because I was tired and I couldn't really think. So my band picks were actually super fast. But I think my band picks are really good, both games against Kaz. It's just that in a normal circumstance, it should be, if I play 10 games, should be winning 10 or maybe 9 with the same lineups. Yeah, but should have drank coffee at least, I guess. Or woke up a little earlier to really get ready.
Yikes.
Yeah. I shouldn't even have picked Liana here, but then I was like, okay, I'll just play a little safely, since it's the first match. But I wouldn't even pick up Liana because I don't need her. And Kaz's box, like we saw last game, is really easy to ban pick. Just because it's lacking a lot of long legs, right? So even if you just have one long leg, you can kind of zone.
Yeah, he only has one long leg option that he can go for in the second pick. If you look at his box, you can ban everything out.
So basically, all you need to do, all she needs to do, she has 2 jobs, right? She either has to kill Ares or Bozo. But probably Bozo. Bozo is a bigger threat because this Ares is not going to do anything. It's not a threat at all. Because as long as you tank push, he can't kill anything. So this is like, this unit is pretty useless here. That's why I let it through. So all Illustrial needs to do is just kill Bozo. And it's 2 healer comp with 1 DPS useless unit. So you just win because you have 2 units with Act Again. And 2 damage, 1 more with B-Shock. So this juggler should be a guaranteed kill.
See, this ban pick would have been sketchy if Katsuga's RS can one-shot your dog. Because he does have RS.
So if this Ares is able to one-shot dog, it'll be a much harder game with these ban picks, right? because
Then
you
you're gonna
snipe.
get zoned out pretty hard.
Yeah, she snipes the tank. Actually, I'm not sure if it's gonna be bad because jumps in, trade 1-for-1, let's say. But Lustrio still snipes Bozo. So it's gonna be one tank versus two healers at these three, right? Jump doesn't matter. Well, he needs to initiate with jump. But then I can just Rachel and then reset everything. And then if he jumps too far in, the healer's gonna be in the back, so Juggler's just gonna die. So it all depends. Even if Ares kills, I think it's like whoever plays better wins. But in this case, just because this Ares cannot one-shot, it's pretty useless. So 6 stars matters a lot. In this case, it's 5 stars. Yeah, so the problem with this Ares is it has no zone control because you can't zone out anybody here because he can just tank, right? So
Yep.
he has to just stay in the back.
Well, let me count the tiles because I was just looking through your match, and I was like, oh, he made a mistake and moved on.
You'll see. So, and this game, like both games, I had really, really good RNG. Like, okay, this is, I mean, this doesn't really matter, right? Because it's Rachel.
I mean, it's still something.
Yeah, it's still something.
It's if the fight happens in the middle.
This happens, right? So this is basically, the game is over, right? Right, game is over. Because I'm going first.
Oh,
yeah,
you got freeze.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. The game was over. So I was like, okay, this game's over. Okay, so game's over, right? So basically what the option you have with Lustrio as player 1 is, because he picked Bozo and it's a bracer Bozo, the range is really short, right? So what you can do is end up your turn, kill off a long range unit, and then you just run back, cannot reach, right? And they also moved.
Hold on. Can you click on that stone up top? Is that a mountain?
Stone? Here? Yeah, it's a mountain. So if you kill from here, you can run all the way back. You can run
No. So if you attacked from 2 blocks left of RS?
Yeah, so you can attack from here. You can attack from here. You can attack from here.
No, I wouldn't go there because then you're gonna be using up your passive on the way to attack.
So these were the best options because if you attack from here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was a free kill.
Yeah, it was free kill.
Now I see.
No, it's free 2 kills. You kill 2 because Bozo cannot reach, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
you're gonna be running out of Bozo's range.
Yeah, so you kill this turn and then you go first because you're player 1. And then she kills Bozo again. It's 2 for 1. He doesn't have any damage units. The game's over, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So what happened was.
Okay.
This is what.
Well, now for the moment of truth.
Okay. So. Yep. So that's what happened. Yep.
Embarrassing moment for Straw.
Yeah. So. Basically, she just dies for nothing. Now it's 4-5, and. Because she's supposed to kill Bozo, because otherwise it's hard to get through Juggler, and then she can just AoE with 2 healers, right? So her job, she doesn't do anything and just dies. So yeah, that's pretty much GG. If you make if you make plays like that. Yeah.
Good job, Straw.
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't end here because I make the same mistake next game. So yeah, if you're tired or if you just wake up, it's pretty hard to play, right? Yeah, the game was pretty much unlosable. I mean, after this, I wouldn't say the game's necessarily over, but I think I gave up at this point. Okay, looks it. So I'm just jumping. It's really unnecessary jump, right? Because so it's just don't play like this. Because he jumped, you haven't jumped, so you have an advantage here. I'm just doing it because I already gave up, and I was probably triggered at what happened. So this move should not happen here. I think what I was trying to do was damage Juggler a little bit, and then just follow with Yusuke or something. But she can't follow up, so this is that move here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the thing is, I don't mind losing in any type of games. It's just that games like these, you don't learn anything, right? It's just like when you normally lose, you take away something, and especially when you have a good match, there's always something you can learn. But it's just match like this, it's just you just not focused, just carelessness. Yeah, the band pick wise and positioning wise, that was unlosable, but yeah, that's... So yeah, I was quite upset this morning after the matches because I like having good games, win or lose, but I just hate it when I don't have a good game. And mistakes like these I rarely make. Maybe I make them time to time on ladder because I'm just not focused that day or something. Yeah. Actually made the same kind of play one night last season in TSdL against Gal, because I had to play him at 5 a.m. my time. He also lives in Korea, same with Kaz, so I had to schedule a little bit early for them. And yeah, I remember first game I made same kind of play where I just threw away my one unit, my Zerda, because I wasn't counting correctly. So I just gave out free wins that day as well. Nah, it's okay. Feeling a little better now. I mean, it happens, right? Yes, so I'll skip through this one. Yeah, and this map is also good for Lustral because there's a lot of grass, right? This is basically the same map as the first game, which is Plains of Strife. It's just snow. There's just snow there, but the map is pretty identical. So so something like this, you have two assassins, right? So even if you think about 1-for-1 here, all you need to do is kill these two. So let's say Alistro kills Rachel, he kills Bozo, and then you have 2 damage left, and Rachel's pick because of Juggler Jump. As long as she hits, it resets everything. That's the only reason she's picked, because it could get dangerous since there's no healer. If Juggler jumps and it hits your team, it's not gonna be much damage. They're all probably healed back to full because of Juggler, but the water debuff is going to hurt all these units, right? So you could pick MK here, but then it's unnecessary because you have to play a lot more careful with positioning if you picked up MK instead of Rachel. Like this game, you can just snipe these two and just push up with these 3 units, and then you just win, right? Because this unit doesn't do anything. Only 1 healer against 3 damage. So Juggler's gonna die. He's just going to die. And it's gonna be just Liana left. Yes. She can, because this is a... If Alistro uses... Okay, so any kind of mage, you don't want to use this skill or any kind of range attack, because archers attack really slow and they're gonna get killed by mages before they even attack. So any kind of range attack, you're probably gonna die to Rachel without killing her, and Bozo you might die and not kill him. But with the onrush, you should be guaranteed to kill Bozo and the Rachel. I also tested with the skeleton trips on Bozo kills. So yeah, pretty safe with Alistro. Same thing with Hiei, right? Hiei, you want to make sure to use melee attack instead of range. Otherwise, you might end up killing yourself. This is unless you backstab and use your skill. Skill animation is a lot faster, so you're not gonna die range hits, even against assassins. But if you're using normal attack, you're gonna die attacking mages. So actually, when you use onrush is a skill where the hero charges in pretty fast. So I do think that she's going to hit some troops and hero at the same time. Because a lot of times when you use onrush in different heroes, sometimes you end up killing yourself before your soldiers even die, because the animation speed is quite fast. We'll take a look. I don't even think I use it. Actually, I do use it. Okay, wait. I'll rewind it. I don't think it depends. No. It's not against Kev versus Flyer. It's going to be... it happens when you attack Landius. It just happens when you get counterattacked. Let's see the speed. So I think it's during. I can't tell, because she charges in pretty fast. And cabs are pretty slow, right? So either way, because I mean, if you look at the damage, let's see one more time with off. Yeah, because the soldiers don't die completely, but she takes damage, right? So yeah, onrush is kind of risky because of that. You can actually kill yourself if your enemy is really strong. So kind of have to be careful with that. Yeah, she can actually kill herself if it's like high attack unit and you onrush. Yeah, so she did her job. She doesn't matter if she dies or not. And he just needs to snipe Bozo. Not Ares. Bozo's a lot more threatening. So this move also, I think, is very questionable because you don't want to waste 3C, especially when your enemy has 3C, right? Because they can position a lot better when they jump. And yeah, and then let's say you're facing something similar comp, they can just push in now with tank push. And that's GG, right? I just got Breeze. I can do my job, pick up Bozo. And then I also move, well, let's see. And also single target black hole is not the best. Like, personally, I would just use Ares, right? She's not doing anything. So what you do is kill Illustrial without using these two. And then you pass through her, move 4 blocks back to your team, right? So it's 4 and 4. Because he's not going to use that skill anyway. Pretty useless. And this act again also doesn't make any sense, right? Because the only thing he can reach is Illustrial. And there's no way to save Illustrial right now because she's not guarded and I don't have any heals, right? Also has Beast Shock. You could normal attack here, normal attack. So you kind of waste act again. You're giving me in this case of turn priority by acting again. But the mistake here is ridiculous. So all I need to do is kill this Bozo, right? But what I was thinking was I could just snipe these 2 units. Next turn I go first and just stay out of his range, right? But since I just woke up, I forgot that AoEs are 3 range, so I just stand outside of his AoE range. Like, this is super unnecessary because I could move 1 space away, still reach, right? So I could use a skill to kill Liana, and I could use normal attack to kill Ares, or I could normal attack to, let's see the steps real quick. So it's this range, right? If I'm here or here, I could go 1, 2, 3 steps and kill Ares and then Bozo. Or I could choose to snipe Ares and Liana, right? So it's 2 for 1 trade. but I can't even count tiles because I just woke up, I guess. I just stand here. Even though he has double breeze and go anywhere, right? So here he could go anywhere on the map, but I choose to go where I can be hit. Yeah, so that is also GG. It's actually not over, but it's still a hard game. I mean, I think I just give up at this point as well, because there's no reason for him to jump, right? But he jumps anyway. Because I could just slow push with Yusuke and Rachel. He still has 3C, he doesn't. And because I use like Illustra and Hiei a lot, I wouldn't normally make those kind of plays. So I'm not sure why I did. The funny thing is, I got a lot of good RNGs both games. That I couldn't ask for more. Getting Tenyo on Hiei and Lustro is like the most you can ask for, and it just changes the game. So it's really all me. Kaz had really good RNGs with Clocks and Thorns, both games, but it doesn't really matter, right? Ultimately, it's just you misplaying. So but there was one play here that kind of surprised me. So he does beat shock here, but can no beat shock next turn, I guess. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is full HP. Oh, almost full. It doesn't really matter. He does beat shock, but yeah, I was pretty surprised he actually survived that. It didn't really matter because I gave up anyway, but I think this game was winnable even after that play there if I focused. But yeah, I think I gave up after that. So that's 2-1. I mean 2-0. Kaz advances to top 8. He's also going to be seeded now. And let's see. I think there's one more game. Desu Life versus Hakuo, which is also known as Kurian. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the group stages. That's when you have fun. So I'll be bullying with you, Dorak. It's definitely fun to play a lot of matches, and also it should be right before the playoffs, so it's really good practice, right? You get to play different kind of players. So we should have one more season right before the playoffs, and it's mostly to practice. So okay, so it's Desu Life versus Hakuo here. Let's look at the boxes real quick. Hakuo used to be a heavy, aggressive style, like he wouldn't pick tank and just go rush. But I think he's changed his style, like tank push kind of. With the pretty normal lineup here, right? Except he's using Joshua. It used to be, it's always been his favorite unit. He always first picked or like second picked Joshua back in season 1. He also has Angelina. Doesn't have MK or Claret. So Landia's pick is pretty weak. There's Angelina and Lestel. That's about it. There's no Rachel. There's no Legend team here, right? So I think Dog team's a little stronger for Hakuo here. And Desu Life's box is pretty standard with the 4 healer box. It's pretty old school, right? You got Yulia and 4 healers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like standard, but at the same time, it's a little outdated, right? But you can definitely do tank push, and the weakness for this box is just getting outzoned and getting your tank killed. So you would ban Landius and try to snipe Juggler, and this box is gonna have trouble if that happens. Yeah. Hakuo's Josh is super OP. He used to one-shot my team, so I just get really scared of that because the meta was like Joshua plus like Varna, and that is super strong. It could one-shot your team. So land use ban, that's okay. I think juggler ban is stronger against Hako, but it's really about what what you're comfortable dealing with, right? So, um, in this case, Box is stronger with land use, and also Haku's like pretty heavy on AOE's, right? Um, so I think land use, yeah, dog ban's definitely better. Picked up Zerida here. Okay, I like the picks from Haku here. Luna. Luna's gonna help out Zerida. So the picks are very good. You can kind of zone out here. Yeah, also attack blessing. It's gonna guarantee a kill. And also very good in tank push. So this box is a little weak to AoE right now. Yulia is also weak to AoE. There's only one healer, and she's not necessarily the best. She does have 2 AoE heals, but that makes you give up one of the skills, like attack blessing or something. Otherwise, you don't have a single target healing. And you do have pretty good AoEs here, right? With Ares and Juggler. And he could snipe off one of these 2 units and can also be used to kill Yulia. And she's a pretty good support. Yeah, it's still going to have trouble killing land use, but it's okay because you have Dog who can ignore guard, Beast Shock. So you can pick off other units with D-Lit. But there's an answer for that with Luna, which is going to enable land use to move 2 blocks after using Beast Shock or 3C. So I mean, let's say Juggler jumps, he has an answer because he has Julia's. They make sure she just kind of stays in the back so she can walk and she doesn't get fixed. And obviously with Luna, she's gonna get stronger, better movement as well. Same with Zerida. So you kind of want Hakuo to jump, and all you need to do is react with Desu's team. Like there's no need to jump in because these are all jump in units here. Yeah, both teams have win condition. I think it's a little harder on Hakuo's part because how are you gonna get rid of land use? So his play needs to be locked down land use and Beast Shock and other use kill. And also he needs to trade. I mean, in this case, Ares might be able to kill, but it looks to be pretty low attack. So I think it's 4 stars. Yeah, in the end, you have to take out Yulia. It needs to be either with 2 AoEs or Kie. Yeah, Juggler doesn't have magic guards, so Yulia can... I mean, the problem is Yulia actually jumping in, right? It's really hard to jump in when the enemy has Yulia, and she also has attack blessing, because it's just gonna kill your Juggler if you don't time it perfectly. So if you can, he needs to snipe that Yulia. That would be the best scenario, I think. This Zerida should be able to kill. I think this is also 5 stars. Yeah, 5 stars. 4 stars. I think that's 6 stars. Yeah, I think that's 6 stars. It's just hard because you also have to snipe Zerida. I mean, it would be ideal to snipe both Zerida and Yulia somehow, because you do go player 1. There's a lot of opportunities for that. because let's say it just depends on the order move. But let's say you get to move Hiei last, he doesn't have a healer and nobody can snipe you back. Like in this case, let's say he moves Tears next, and then he moves Erida last. You would AoE here, damage her, and just stand. And then Zerda goes wherever. And then next turn you use Hiei to kill off Yulia and then whoever's not carded. In this case probably Zerda. So you can get 2 kills, 2 for 1 with Hiei. So he's gonna go in this time. And then follow with Juggler. But it's not that good when you're using Tears last, right? Because you can just reset. She only has Miracle though. So the second AoE, she can't heal. Okay, he just runs back though. I think that's in Zerda's range. Should be. And especially with the 3C, right? It's easy. You can get all of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach Zerda. She can, but it's guarded. This Juggler can go here. Probably the best move because that's going to disable Zerda a little bit. But then you can use Tears to heal up. We'll see. I don't know. I think I would have waited on Zerda here. I would have moved Landius because Landius is not in threat range for 3C jump, right? To get unguarded. So it's kind of useless this turn. Just move him. And then just wait on Zerda. Also Zerda, I don't think Ares is much of a threat right now because he just used AoE. I think he is a much bigger threat. But if you kill Hiei, well, it doesn't matter because you're player 2. But you're just gonna get killed by D-Lit unless you go last. But I see why you did that because you have Luna here with 3C. You can move all the way back with the meteor buff. So it's like the safest kill. So it'll be 4 and 5. But the Ares is not going there anywhere, right? So even if you want to do that, you could just not move your Zerda. Now Zerda is gonna get sniped, I guess. But funny enough, this Hiei dies attacking Zerda. I don't think that should happen. I think it's because he's... No, it's not. Because your net animation is a lot faster with the this skill, unless you don't kill completely. It should kill. I mean, it should kill. I think this Zerda, I mean, I don't like Morningstar in general because it makes your unit very squishy. But Hiei should not be dying. Attacking range Zerda. I mean, so at this point it's 4 and 3. And he has Luna who counters D-Lit. So there's just no way, right? With those trades. The Hiei needed to just do a lot more. Needed to do 2 for 1. Otherwise, Hakuo just has... Yeah, Hakuo just can't do much. surprised that actually doesn't kill. I mean, obviously there's still water, but still, you got attack blessing. You got 3 steps, I think, right? And it is fully buffed though. Not max lobsters. With attack blessing, I would think it's a kill. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I would think that's a kill, right? Maybe you could have gave her kings. Kings would have killed, right? But I mean, I would think that's a kill. Yeah, I mean, the 2 crucial buffs stayed up and got everything else. Yeah, so ban pick wise, I think Death's Life just has an advantage. Just because Hako's units just aren't there. If it was like 6-star Ares, that Luna would have died, so at least 1 for 1. Even that T-Lit, she really is 5 stars, right? So it's not as strong. And yeah, I mean, if you kill Luna, T-Lit's gonna do a lot more. And it's gonna be a lot easier to deal with, but so like the last game, I think ban pick wise, Desu just had like an advantage just because of the unit quality. Yeah, but then you didn't, even if your Ares is 4 stars and Deal is 5, you didn't have them in your picks, so okay. Same ban picks again. These 2. Joshua's very good on this map. Also, I mean, you could also use Ares here to combo, right? So you have 3 units. Even Bozo's okay. Let's see. This is Zerida. Zerida's actually not that good on this map, but not bad. So you do get 3 AoEs. Now if you had like Luna with this, it'll be very strong. Even Iris would be very good. If I were him though, I would rather just go all in with the maybe Angelina and Bozo. Because this is pretty weak right now to AoEs. But he does pick Sophia, which is pretty tank stall-ish kind of play. So yeah, I would not pick Sophia. Even Liana's better because you can act again and combo. Say with Joshua or something. Yeah, maybe Liana, Bozo, or Angelina is better because Angelina's also going to give you better movement. She can pull. Also, she can zone. It's gonna be really hard for Desu to kind of position if there is Angelina, because Zerida, she's a zone unit, but on this map there's a lot of block passageways because of walls. So it also gives Luna again. Luna, you have to be careful because it just gives like too much movement for your opponent. T-Lit. And another good thing about 4 healer box is when you do like this type of ban, it just doesn't work, right? Like this type of ban, 1 healer ban, it's kind of a waste because he still has 3 healers left. So either you have to do, if you want to force pick a healer, you have to do 2 healer bans, or just not ban healer. Okay, so he does have 4 AoEs here. I wouldn't say it's better. Um, it makes your tank push a lot better if you have 4 healer box. It's going to be a lot easier to ban pick. But every box has advantages and disadvantages. Just because there's so many, especially we have D-Lit, right? So she kind of counts as a healer, and most of the games, unless you're like a stall player, you kind of want to end things in 1 or 2 turns when you clash. Especially, I mean, Juggler allows for that. There's a jump on Juggler. He's not really there to really just tank stall anymore. So even if you have someone like D-Lit and no healers, you can just block out 1 turn of heals. I mean 1 turn of damage, which is heal, and then you kind of react. So even just D-Lit's fine depending on the composition. In this case there's 4 AoEs, so it's safer to have 1 or 2 healers. Other choice would be to so think about AoE combos. If you have units that can snipe, and just even snipe out just like 1 crucial unit, like Joshua in this case, the combo's gonna get ruined, and AoE combos are gonna fail. So assassins are good against AoE if you can just snipe out trade 1 or 2 units. So you could either choose to, yes, even against someone like Bozo, right? You can choose to bring out like the spell healers or just snipe Bozo. That way you don't even have to worry about the spells, right? So those are normally the 2 choices. I normally go for snipe option, so that I don't have to waste picks on like getting the spells and gospels, all that nonsense. Yeah, so normally what you want to do when you run AoEs is ban out the long range units, long legs. So in this case you want to ban out Zerida. Also Luna's not very good because it's going to give mobility to your teammates. And you want to make sure you have better range when you do AoE, so you can kind of slowly approach, set up your team, and then combo all at once. Okay, act again. Yeah, with Luna, she can actually snipe now, right? All these 3 units of choice. This is also boots, easy kill. Easy kill, should be an easy kill here. If I were you, I would kill Joshua. I wouldn't worry about this Ares. Not really a threat. Bozo, you do have Liana. Even if it comes down to like tank push in the middle, I think you're fine. So I would kill Joshua. I think that's the biggest threat here. I wouldn't kill these 2. Okay, so you can attack from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't move all the way back here. So, and Bozo can obviously AoE. He can also jump in. Also AoE. But your Zerida will live, so you can also do that. But then you could have done the other thing, right? You could have sniped Bozo instead. I don't think normal attack Ares is gonna kill Zerida because the damage reduction is too high. So even if you want to run away, I would kill Bozo instead of Ares. I don't think Ares is a threat. So you could back 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Bozo, there's always RNG. You do have D-Lit and Liana. But Ares, he's just going to jump in and suicide. You can just trade kill. So it's like a useless unit, right? And that's a lot of damage. That actually kills her though. Yeah. Without any defense tiles too, right? But you didn't have the last rights, so makes sense. And your HP isn't that high,
私を信じて。
Yeah. Yeah, my Liana was also 4 stars, but the extra Gate of Fate, I did upgrade mine to 5, in fact, yesterday, but it was 4 stars for 4 seasons. Yeah, same with my Ares, it was 4 stars. MK 5 stars. Yeah, I mean at this point, it's really Dealer can just kill anybody too, right? She's an assassin because you have Luna, 10 movement, and no magic card. So if they're in the back, he jumps, you just kill anybody. So yep, Juggler used up everything. You also brought the stun, which is pretty nice. This move is also good. Route is good against Juggler jump. If Juggler jumps in, you kick and also stun them. So this is very good skill, especially because it doesn't have any legend units. So you can just bring that. Also easy pick off. That is pretty surprising though, because that boson is on the wall. With full HP, so there's 30% damage reduction, and also, I mean, this defense is not gonna go up that high on the wall, but this is decent, right? Almost 500. But I mean, at the same time, he doesn't have faction buff. I mean, being on the wall without faction buff is basically just having a faction buff with like a little bit of more defense. So kind of makes sense a little. And she also has 15% damage here. Also crit. Yeah, it's pretty much GG there. There's no skills left on Juggler, and he's out of water. Yeah, very well played. Yeah, I mean, a lot of top players, there are a lot of whales as well, but a lot of players lack the units. Hako is also this case, and Desu Life also has not the best units. Same for me. I think I'm pretty similar. So, yep. And that should be all the games for now. Unless anybody wants their games covered or something, you can ask. We can check. Yeah, but I think season 4, end of season 4, I think I'll have most of my units caught up, and this extra GOF, Gate of Fate, is definitely helping right now. So I think most players, as long as they didn't start too late, should be caught up by the end of season 4. Because season 4 is pretty long as well. I think it was 90 days. Okay, so oh yeah, Dark Knight versus V3. Okay, yeah, I skipped this one before because he didn't have his games up. Let's check. Yeah, also end of season 4. There's no reason to have bad soldiers, right? Even if you're free to play player. I think this is it. Looks like he pulled 4 Shrinka. Hey Dennis. Dark Knight. This game is last week, so we see Omega Mercenaries. Same for V3 as well. Oh yeah, this box is pretty meta with the just normal 3 healers with just like the regular units. MK, Claret for Legend, and Yusuke and Hiei on this side with Listel. There's no Bozo, so I assume Bozo was taken out for Omega here. And also on this side, yeah, same thing. Pretty similar box, but he does have Ares here. Yeah. Just no Rachel on this side. Rachel's still a very good unit, especially against Dog and Dog 3C. Also good against debuffs. Pretty normal ban as well. So when you go against Dog versus Dog, Listel's very annoying, and Zerda obviously buffs Juggler, also faction buffer for a lot of the units. In this case, there's Hiei, Claret. I mean, you could use more Meteor units if you want to, which I do with Angelina. So this opens up any of those 3 picks and buffs Juggler. So Claret's second pick. I don't like this pick though. Thing about Claret on Juggler's side, it's not really dependable at killing Dog, and you also need to pick up damage and attack. So Weiler can do that, but if you pick up something like Iris, you still need an attack buff, so you need a Gospel unit, which he has 3. So you kind of have to waste like 2 support units to pick up just 1 unit. That's why I don't like Claret first or second pick. And it's gonna be a lot easier to ban out. Okay. So 1 Gospel, 1 faction buff. And Hiei, I think this pick is good here, because Hiei can snipe out Claret. Because right now, she's a zone threat if she's able to one-shot Juggler, but not right now, right? It's gonna depend on ban picks here. He could just easily pick a Weiler, then she becomes a threat. Heaven's Guard's good on this map, but he does pick up Gospel, so he still needs damage buff for Claret to be a threat. But Gospel is good against Listel as well, so you don't have to worry about Listel too much. Still a threat though. Okay, so Weiler. Okay, Listel MK. I think those are fine. Hiei is okay. For V3, I think Luna's good. Gonna give you more map control. I think Yusuke is fine, because normally what happens is this way you don't have to bring faction buff for Juggler. Yusuke can buff Hiei, and Hiei can go in and suicide to kill 1 unit, either Claret or Hiei, and then he's gonna get buffed up, and you're gonna be ready to jump in with both units here. Okay. So basically the same picks here, but it's a lot better for V3 because you can strengthen, give 3C, snipe out. Okay, Yusuke and Iris. And Luna pick is very good here, so he does pick him up. So ban pick wise, I actually like V3's pick a lot better, but I already know the results. It really depends, right, what this Omega can do. If Omega snipes out, let's say Hiei kills Hiei, so 1 for 1. Omega kills Claret, then I guess you do have an advantage. So Heaven's Guard. The problem is there's no, might be King's Crown on either of these 2 units. Okay, so Dark Knight did this. Super smart. Also, you saw Dark Knight use Lancer. Yes, max HP. Yeah, I saw him use Lancer in a lot of the games. It's just gonna disable this Clark. Now Clark can't do anything. So as long as you stick with your juggler, it should be fine. So Clark just becomes a non-threatening unit. So you just need your 2 assassins to snipe Luna and Hiei, and that's pretty much GG. Because as long as your juggler's alive and Clara's there, she can't do anything. And you still have your Claret. We'll see. Breeze is nice. But with Luna and Hiei, you can make really nice plays. You can position her forward. Hiei can get 5 steps and then get 6 steps after. But it's gonna be super hard to do that because of these 3 units zoning. So you can't separate her from the tank and their 2 assassins. So you can't make those kind of plays. But he does 3C here. I think this is a bad move. You're not reaching anybody right now. It's kind of a waste. Let's see. He did bring the juggler kill skill. I'd rather bring backstab. Okay, so Dark Knights has King's Crown, so he could actually go in. I don't think he reaches though. He does. He does. Let's see if he 3Cs. Might be able to kill this juggler. Doesn't have any defense buff. So it should be 100% kill. Let's see. So he does 3C here. And this 3C is 6 stars. Very good. Okay, Clark cannot reach anyone. So now all Dark Knight needs to do is just stay back 3 turns. He also wasted Luna 3C. So basically used up everything turn 1, right? Just wait it out. Yeah, you just stay back. That's smart. Ooh. Don't think he can go too far though. Yeah, way in the back. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is kind of like a... yeah, kind of a suicide. Unless he plans to kill Liana here. But that's not gonna happen, right? It's on a wall. With Rag, you might be able to, but you're losing a lot of damage here. Yeah, so he just needs to run back. Yeah. Yeah, now it's just gonna be 4 and 5. Oh, pretty nice. Not ready though. 1 more turn. He does move first, so he needs to make sure he moves Hiei last, because Hiei can move in end of the turn, snipe Claret, and then snipe 2 more after on the beginning of the turn, or at least 1 more. And he just needs to make sure that his Hiei moves last, so he can at least snipe this Hiei 1 for 1. Okay, that works as well. And the thing about Weiler, tactical retreat is 5 rounds. And this skill is very useful against AoE team, and especially against Juggler 3C. So he's not gonna have that option anymore. Yeah, it's just looking really bad for V3 because he just wasted all of his skills, right? 3C, 3C, tactical retreat, and then lightning on Claret. Okay. He can kill Claret or Ye. He's gonna go for Claret. Can kill. Well, that's really strange, right? Why do you attack from range? And how do you almost fail to kill? Yeah, this he would have just killed himself if Claret didn't get the attack down debuff. Okay. What the? I think that was an auto move. Yeah, must be an auto move. Ran out of time. Because it's actually pretty close right now. If he trades for one of the units, and if Omega actually survives after killing in Dark Knight size, Dark Knight has an advantage, but if he doesn't, loses these two against these two, it's just Juggler versus Juggler and 2 healers, right? But V3's Juggler should come out ahead. No, actually, he shouldn't because he doesn't have Beat Shock. Okay. But I mean, that move just sealed the game though. Yeah, it looks, it's either disconnect or he just gave up after the auto move. Ares first ban, Landius ban. So Gospel bans to make sure he doesn't have attack buff for MK. Okay. So Weiler's gonna solve that problem. So what that actually does in a 3 healer box is, no, he did ban out a healer, so it doesn't matter. Okay. These two. I think he banned out Rachel for Gospel against Juggler. If he actually picks up Leonor, I think it's Mercenary though, or backup. Okay. If he packs out Leonhardt, it's actually going to be super strong with TSdL, 3C jump, and Leonhardt as a player 1. You kind of... It's going to be a little hard to jump because of this unit. But we'll see. But he picks a Weiler. Yeah, I don't think Weiler's necessary here. Just because they banned out your healer doesn't mean you have to pick a healer. You already have the lit. And you need this unit for this composition to work. So I would definitely pick up Leonhardt here. The fights are only going to last 1 or 2 turns in most cases, unless it's like a just stall fest, right? You just have to make the plays work, and you can't make really big plays here with just TSdL and Dog 3C. So you do want to pick up Leonhardt, and these units are not going to go well with TSdL. If you have Leonhardt, you can finger. You can go Leonhardt, jump in, Dog jumps in. She has really good movement, so she can follow up as well. Omega. Yeah, and now the Iris is going to make things a lot worse, because you can teleport Iris, strengthen, and then just snipe this juggler, or even just snipe. I don't think TSdL can lift. There's no faction buff for her, and Gospel doesn't work because it's magic. Yeah, and then she can kill, run back. Okay. Freeze is always good because you can reach now. There is magic card though. Yeah, that was a little strange move, right? I didn't point it out, but yeah, because you just wasted Cold Blood. Because Cold Blood is a skill to reach. It's not. It only lasts 1 turn after you use it, right? Okay. This juggler should die. There's no MDF buff. There's no magic guard. 20%. You don't need grass. Just triggering 1 tech is enough. So attacking guarded unit is going to be enough. Actually, you can't attack guarded unit. And range might not kill juggler. So I mean, I guess he could kill. Yeah, this teleport is kind of weird, huh? Let me see. I guess that's the max distance you can teleport. I mean, you can just snipe this Omega for free. But then she'll get killed by T-Lit. So unless you can snipe this juggler, I don't think it's the best teleport. We'll see if she can. That is going to give 15% damage reduction, so maybe. Wait, he does have magic guard? Still a kill, yeah. So he did bring magic guard? Both jugglers did. So that's interesting. Still dead. You need MDF buff in order to survive MK. Okay. I don't think it's going to kill, but now D-Lit should be killing this MK. She should be safe from Omega. Actually, Listel should be safe as well because there's 3C. He could kill this Omega. I don't think that matters too much. Let's see what he does. So he's gonna kill Omega instead. I think that's a mistake. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Okay. Wind Wall should die though. No, it doesn't. It doesn't kill. And this is 6 stars, but doesn't have attack buff. Kind of makes sense though. Unicorns without grass, low attack, and then he does have 20% reduction. Wind Wall I think is, how much is Wind Wall? Is it 30 or 40? So 50% reduction there. Still surprising, right? Because I mean that damage is, I would think that's a kill. But I mean he didn't know, I'm sure, but he could have melee attacked there because he had breeze, right? Could just moved here, miracle, and then move here. The melee attack, because you do lose damage with the range skill, so you do want to attack melee range for full damage, and you should not die from counter kill anyways. So this should kill. Maybe not. It does. This is gonna help MK to snipe again. Or he moves back though. Yeah, I mean Dark Knight just needs to play safe. He still has a tank. Tank still has 3C. Just needs to play smart. This is kind of bad though, right? Because you already 3C just now. But what you can do is just suicide your Weiler next turn. Should be fine. Which she does. And it's gonna give another 2 turns, I think. This one. Yeah, it is 6 stars. Intelligence could be better. Usually it's around 1500. I think that's a decent MK. This is okay though. Right. It's good enough. And that double kills. Wow. So 7,000 damage on the wall but doesn't have MDef buff. Yeah, that's still a lot of damage. 6,000. I think one of them crit. This one crit. Okay. Yeah, I think overall very good plays from Dark Knight. I think some of the V-Freeze moves are questionable. Like in the game 1, he used a lot of long cooldown skills. Kind of wasted it. And also wasted the Cold Blood on Omega. I don't think it would have made that much difference, but still. And that should be it for all the requests. So I mean, I could review if you guys have any games that you guys want to check or reviewed. If not, then I'll end the stream. So let me know. Yeah, I guess no one. So yeah, it should be it then. There is a game going on tonight. I believe it is. Give me 1 sec, let me check. Let me check. Okay, so we have Zycro versus Absol tonight at 6 p.m. EST. He did play, I think, yesterday. No, he played 2 days ago against Zelda. So we'll see you guys then, 6 p.m. It is in 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we'll be streaming that live. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later.